Well, welcome here to the Salisbury Bowling Club, joined with Big Nick Vermeer from Middleton. Nick, how are you today?
It's great to be back here, TJ. Thanks for having me back again.
Mate, always a pleasure. Well, we're joined here commentating the Northern Knights versus Western Roads Triples. So, Nico, walk us through who's in the team for the Western Roads.
Okay, we've got, as leading, we've got Marty Maloney. As the second, we've got Corey Waldash and Sam Dietrich as skipper.
That's right. They're up against the combination of Karen Lynch, Matt Short and Luke Pittersma. So there's a couple there in the Northern Knights home ground advantage. But at the moment, the Western Roads jumped out on the first end. We're on the second end. Apologies for the delay. But 3-zip, and looks like the Western Roads holding a couple in the head there at the moment. So another 3. So takes the Western Roads and the Triples out to 6-zip.
6-zip. So they'd be very happy with that start, obviously.
Rather for it than against you.
Exactly, most definitely.
So just for those that didn't listen on the Wednesday, the pairs of Ash Close, Josh Studham against Yvonne Kelly and Kane Cools are on the far, and then the singles against that have been playing Darren Warner against Simon Gita Johnson, or better known as Sol.
Sol, yes. Apparently these days Sol's now a part-time farmer, full-time bowler. I've been informed.
Let's hope he becomes a full-time farmer and a full-time bowler and part-time.
Well, exactly.
Because today at Salisbury it's Family Day.
Yes, you can, if you're nearby, you can come down and get your face painted, and later on we'll have a petting zoo here, I'm led to believe.
With a mirage of animals, I've been led to believe. Don't know which ones they are yet, but I'm sure that Small and Cute will feature somewhere.
Yes, most definitely.
Marty Maloney getting away to a good start yet again. He's probably the furthest he's been away. You take them every day of the week. He's only about a couple of feet from Jack.
He's really been getting them off to a good start to start off with, which definitely helps.
Yeah, well, look, it's always good. That's I said, the lead sets it up. Absolute look of concentration on Corey Wildash's face.
Yes, I don't see that look of concentration very often, let me tell you.
He's got his lines, probably 3 feet short. Oh! Oh! So we've got the Southern Blazers against the Central Chargers over on the other rinks there. As you said, we've just gotten out underway, and we'll try and give you some score updates as we go along. It keeps saying a little bit difficult to see over there, but
it definitely is, with them standing in the way some of the time and us being so far away. That definitely doesn't help. Corey's just bowled a ripper of a bowl just there, from what I've seen.
So Luke probably looking just to change that up a little bit. Dangerous though, because the two catching back there happen to be Western Road bowls, so of course today, Nico, double header day, mate. So we've got the 10 o'clock game this morning, 12, 2 and 4 o'clock. So a big day out here at Salisbury Bowling Club.
Yes, no, that'll make it for a very long day for some of them. Most definitely.
Get the sideways sideways look happening.
He doesn't mind it by the look of it. He's following it, yeah.
Feeling very energetic. So he's added into the counts there, holding a couple there. What's your thoughts on this one, Nico?
Well, it's just a little bit wide. Probably had the right idea, but just a little bit too wide.
Well, he's got another rocket in his hand, mate. So we'll see if he'll adjust.
I just think Sam will be trying to add to this, I would think.
Well, he doesn't really need to cover because I don't think the kiddie's going to be able to go through the bowl.
No, definitely not. By the look at that, he's not happy with it.
Well, sorry? Well, it's probably put it in the way, to be honest with you. So, you know, probably puts Luke onto a draw or an overdraw.
Yep. He's not quite there.
So another 2 to the Western Rogues, taking them to 8 zip. Of course, dropping numbers early is probably not ideal, but it's the best time of the game to do it.
Well, exactly.
Giving you plenty of opportunity to get them back later on.
Yes, definitely. They'll be chasing them if they get too far behind, but at least if you do it earlier on in the game, you get a chance later in the game to catch them back up.
Well, of course, you've got 2 power plays during the game, so they come as advantageous to yep. So this one's going to be a little bit more useful.
Yes, if it should stay up, yep.
Well, always handy back there on these sort of greens, and it sort of runs through there pretty well.
It does, and most of the time the kiddie goes back instead of going forward.
Only goes forward when you don't want it to, Nico.
Exactly. Marty's done a very good correction on that.
Yeah, he's actually started off well. I think you know, he went on the 4th end, and he's put him always within a mat.
Yep, most definitely.
That's an absolutely awesome response there.
Exactly. Couldn't have done that any better, I don't think.
So Nico, did you come down with Corey today, mate?
Yes, we did. Yes, I came down with Corey and we brought a couple of others with us as well today.
Awesome. Well, it's really good, mate, get that support.
Exactly. It makes the car trip go a lot faster, I can tell you. The banter that was going on made it very entertaining.
You wouldn't have been heading that banter up by any chance, would you, Nick?
Oh, look, I might have had something to do with that, I think.
Well, that's the advantage of that back bowl now, isn't it? Because really, and that's Karen's obviously on and that one behind. Very good opportunity for the Northern Knights to change that head up, put it back there.
Exactly.
It's 2 at the moment to the Northern Knights. So that's not going to hurt at all back there. That stays up, that's 2 bowls. So the Northern Knights holding those 2 bowls back there. holding 2 shots.
What do you think Sam will be trying to do here, TJ?
I wouldn't even think too hard about what he's about to do here. Yep. You can see Corey going, well, there's the tee.
Exactly.
Sam's going to be hitting that with more weight than a freight train, I suggest.
Yeah.
See if we can get a snip on the way through. Oi, you going to pound that? Yep. I think
We we've got a bit of a smile there.
No, he's actually looking to draw. Yeah, he's just going to overdraw it.
He's not going to be far away either.
Well, he's actually
Yep.
done well. That's actually well done. He's actually worked the second shot out. He's holding second and third now. Second and third wood.
So he may be able to attack that a little bit, possibly.
No, I wouldn't think so. I think he'd probably bowl it the same way. The second one trying to roll out the shot bowl, and if you get that over a couple of rolls, he'd be sitting there for 3.
Yep.
So, swagging that.
Yes, no, Corey's not doing too bad at the moment. He's doing okay.
Is that it? He's doing okay. The guy brings you down here, and he's just doing okay. You're a hard man, Nick, eh?
Look, it's only early days at the moment.
Tell me, has Corey got a ute?
He does.
Hey, is he in it today?
He is.
I reckon I know where you're sitting.
Yes, I think I'll be in the boot.
Yeah, that's all right. So Luke just looking to add to that count there, and you know what?
And he hasn't gone too bad. That is a very good bowl.
Great bowl by Luke, pick up 2, so brings them onto the board. 8-2 to the Western Roads, but Northern Knights now starting to get underway. So we have a look, we'll just go across the boards just quickly. You've got the Western Roads 12-5 on the big board. 8-zip up on the pairs. Josh Studham, Close taking care of business there. And I picked a great time for that update because we've actually got the marker in the singles. He might just move out of the way. No, he's resolute. He's not moving.
No. He did just hold up one green bat though, so obviously the Roads are holding one on that end.
Hello, boys.
Oh, Dasher, what the great man. We've got the coach. The Western Roads would have to be feeling a little bit confident at the moment. I'll tell you what, across the board, firing up.
Yeah, they're looking real good at the minute, and I hope they do because we need it. We're in a bit of trouble as far as the top 4 go, but no, I think they'll come back today, both games.
Yes, it's a do or die really today, isn't it? You need both games and then come into next week's game for a win to look at that 4.
Yeah, we do. This is it. If they don't do it today, a lot of them won't be playing next Friday night. So we've got to win today.
Next Friday. Well, they're still around next week, and that's it. You're all gone.
Exactly. No, keep up the good work, boys.
No problem. Thanks,
See you,
Dash.
Nick.
Thank you for popping by.
That's Michael Wildash, the coach of the Western Roads.
Yes.
It's interesting when he says if we lose, they won't be playing next Friday because that is actually mathematically possible because there's 12 people in a squad and there's only 6 of them out there at any one time.
Well, exactly. There could be massive ramifications if they don't get up.
Well, of course, his son Corey out there's no stranger to getting dropped, particularly on his birthday last week.
Well, exactly. I thought that was a little bit harsh, but Corey's going to New Zealand this week, so he'll be unavailable next Friday. So there'll be one change that'll have to be made.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, there's just a squad of 12, and each of them capable of doing the job at any rank and file. So,
Oh, most definitely.
great position to be in from a coaching point of view. Jeez. It's,
I
Andrew
thought,
Hill over there trying. That boom you heard was Andrew Hill driving in the singles, absolutely ripping out, and that ball was still bouncing when it hit the head.
it definitely was.
That's how hard it was going down that green. Because that's not to say that his style or his method of delivering the bowl. It's just that's what happens on synthetic greens. That they hit the stitching. They can get up in the air a little bit, and tell you what, it was absolutely flying. Well, yet again, I would suggest that's a very close set. I'd probably suggest that Karen Lynch's bowls have probably got shot there.
Yes, yep, from what I can see.
Because one advantage, I guess, that the Northern Knights have got here with Matt Short and Luke Pittersma, home ground advantage. They are actually from the Salisbury Bowling Club, and I reckon you'll find there it's indicated by Luke that they're actually now holding shot with Matt's last bowl. So it goes to show how deceptive it actually can be.
Oh! He just went through that gap there.
Providing the sound effects.
Yes, I apologise for that.
Don't apologise, you're passionate. We love passion. We reward passion. Speaking of passion, the Salisbury Bowling Club. Sunday the 23rd of September, $2,000 prize money, 10 a.m. start. Get on board.
Yes, no, most definitely.
Wow, because it's family day. And we've got young Ava here. Ava, what are they painting your face?
Bunny rabbit.
A bunny rabbit. Well, look at that, eh? We've got a bunny rabbit on our face. Nico, I reckon you should whip over there and get a bunny rabbit painted on your face.
Oh, look, I might have to do that a little bit later on.
Always good to have the family along the bowls. It's a game for everyone.
Well, it definitely is.
So, Nico, what have we got here, mate? We've got this tournament we were talking about.
Yes, no, the 23rd, which is a Sunday.
Oh, of course, in the meantime, young Sam Dietrich providing the entertainment by just dropping one right into the shot. Surgeon-like.
And $2,000 prize money, 10 a.m. start, one game of 15 ends and two games of 10 ends.
There's wine provided with lunch for those people that like have a quiet sip on a Sunday afternoon. Get your nominations into the club. So well done, of course, Luke Pittersma, who's actually out here at the moment promoting that tournament. So we'll give it a plug. Lovely host here at Salisbury, and of course, sponsors of the Super League of the City of Salisbury, and of course
West End.
Well done, Nico. Well done, West End.
Something that we'll be drinking on the way home.
Well, I won't be, of course, because responsible driving.
Well, I'm not one who's driving, so I'll be
Responsibly looking after yourself.
keeping my fluids up.
Oh, Nico. All right, so we continue underway. What's the update on the board there? What's the update on the board there, Nico?
The update is, what are we?
The update it's 9-2 on 5.
9-2 on 5, yes.
Yep. But I'll tell you what, you would not want to be on that green with Andrew Hill, who's on the next ring, and not concentrating on what's going on. I can tell you now, you'll snap an ankle. It might hit your ankle, Nico. He is absolutely flying.
Oh, he definitely is.
It's a bit of a rarity for Marty. He's probably...
I reckon that's the furthest he's been away today.
It is. You're dead right there. It's gives Karen a little bit of incentive. She can get in there, cause him a bit of a trouble from the first bowl.
And it's amazing what that can do with your confidence as well.
And it's amazing
when you get them on
it's
early.
amazing how often that happens too. That someone puts one out there and you draw straight on.
Oh, you try and get on the inside of it or around it, and you run straight into it.
Well, he's not going to be short with this one.
No.
I reckon they might be fishing for that one. So Nico, tell me, you obviously led the game. You're leading and you've got an open deck and you drop it in the ditch. What's going through your mind as that bowl's getting closer and closer to the ditch?
Probably something that I can't say on air, to be honest. But yes, some choice words may pop into my head at that stage.
Yeah, not me. I don't say anything, mate. I'm looking for somewhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide out in that green.
Oh, there's definitely not. You know, the skippers rely on you to get them on, so it takes the pressure off everybody else.
Well, I think the thing in that, if you want to look at it, is that if you start to put that pressure back down as it's getting closer and closer to the skipper, and the skipper doesn't want to be 4 or 5 down, and it starts with a lead.
Well, exactly. When you first started bowls, TJ, what position did they first put you in?
Well, there are two answers to that, Nico. Look, went in as lead, mate, and look, should have been left, right, out.
Yep.
But
yep.
I did. People say you've got a lead for X amount of time, and I've heard that vary amongst rank and file. A lot of people have different opinions on that, of course. But no, I led for a couple of years.
Yep. Corey's chasing this one.
I think that's instinctive.
Yes, no, he does like to do that quite a bit.
So Nico, yourself, mate, tell us how many years at lead when you first went in, or did you go straight in as skip?
Funny you should say that. I got put in as a leader, and that's where they've kept me.
Yep.
So yeah.
You're still there?
I am.
How
Yep.
many years is that now?
I started in 2006.
Oh, mate, sorry, I was too busy hearing his... sorry, Luke's telling something. I'm too busy listening to Nico's career as a bowler.
Yes, no, I've been bowling since 2006 and have been leading since then.
You're obviously a really good lead.
Well, I do get told that, but I think differently. But obviously they keep putting me there, so I keep doing it.
Well done. Matty's,
I reckon that's three.
There.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't think Sam will be short.
I can tell you straight away, he ain't going to be short. Ooh.
He got rid of one anyway.
Yeah, but, same again from Luke, gives him 3 and starts to close that score in.
Most definitely.
Well, there you have it. What was the score there, Nico?
I reckon that was 2.
2.
I think.
Well, there's flicking numbers around there, like the
No, it was a 3.
11, so 11-5 on 6. Just so we can all keep up with that one.
And that's a pretty good start there.
Well, just go over onto the singles. 3 to Andrew in the singles. Darren Warner even. You better be handier. Stuart Forbes, morning lads. It's good to see you get to sleep in, Forbes. I'll do the heavy lifting in the morning.
Yes. Stuart will be here later on this afternoon, will he, TJ?
Yes, he's taking over for me. We've split the shift today.
Oh, very
They
nice.
had to separate us. There was an incident about a kebab. No, I'm joking. There's no kebab stories today. No, it's look, I guess for the players it's a long day, and for us, getting here about 9 in the morning, and you're obviously finishing at around 6 o'clock. Even I find it difficult to talk about so much stuff.
Yes,
So
no, definitely.
Split us up, and of course Forbesy and I will be back next Friday night starting at 6 o'clock together for the last minor round 7.
Yes, yep. I'll be tuning in, I can tell you that for sure.
So the Northern Knights holding one up there at the moment. So Corey obviously anxious to not let them have their own way, and this one's going to go in there somewhere around it.
Well, he'll be around the mark.
All right, a little bit short, couple of feet.
The majority of the time he's pretty good with his correcting. Now that I've said that, you better wait and see what he does.
It's actually changed it a little bit, putting that bowl in the way. This works off. Well, he's not short with this one, Nico.
No, he's definitely not. That's a pretty good effort, I would say.
Yeah, because Sam's obviously now looking to... He's probably not going to be able to drag that off, but I would suggest that he might come through.
With a bit of weight.
No, only about a yard or so of weight.
Yep.
First, change his head because he's got to wait for Luke to either add or change things up himself. Yeah, he doesn't want to leave that head looking the same as what it is at the moment, I would think. That's why his commentary seemed to be to Matt Short, that, you know, probably a couple of feet through, change it up a little bit. I don't know if he's actually happy with that or not. I don't know the Luke hands on hip move. It's actually their bowl going in, that's Matt's bowl going in. So, but it's actually given, yeah, Sam's got a pretty good look on the forehand.
So it's made a bit of a target.
Well, it has, but you can see Corey saying, you know, he didn't go through there. I wouldn't say he's gonna boom it. We're not going to be able to get his attention on this. We should actually wait till he's actually gone through and delivered the bowl before we throw things into his head.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, so it's very deliberate. And that's what.
That is a fantastic bowl.
That's why I think it's important for Luke. Like what he was saying, he's had to change it up a little bit, and he actually, I'd say he opened it or put more of a target in there. So, having said that, though, the track's the same for both of them, and not to be outdone.
So Sam will just be trying to draw it in.
Well, he's got Marty Maloney's bowl coming in on the forehand, or he can sit on Matt Short's, which is actually shot. So there's not much in it for shot there. There'll only be a case of a couple of inches. So he doesn't have to do anything too wild. Yep.
He's drawn it.
That just didn't give. Sam hasn't taught that one to fall over. Yeah, that's
one
it.
down.
Close. That was
So
a solid
that-
effort by Sam, and also though the bowl beforehand from Luke Pietersma did the damage, and so well done, Luke.
Yes, no, definitely well done to Luke on that. So that now makes it 6 to the Northern Knights and 11 to the Western Roads.
Yeah, over on the pairs, Ash Close and Josh Studham 8-4 on 6. Darren Warner is, well, we'll just change that. I reckon that's 11-4 on 10. Overall board is that. We can't see it at the moment. They're up there changing it around because Josh is in the way for me. Well done, Josh. I don't know how a lad with that physique can actually rock that whole board.
Well, exactly.
And on the 20 to, so 23-21 in favour of the Western Roads. Of course, that's probably on the basis of the singles Darren Warner out to a 7-shot lead.
Yes, definitely. I think Sol will be trying to peg that back if he can.
Well, I would say that's his whole intention at the moment. It's looked pretty good up there in the head at the moment. But back to this game. Yeah, 2 good bowls from Karen Lynch. It's actually, if you have a look through there at the moment, people were saying last week, Nico, that they don't get to see a lot of these country bowlers and so forth. If you get out here today, right now, I can tell you there's a fair number of them out on this green right now, particularly in this game. If you want to look at the, you got Darren Warner, Yvonne Kelly, Darren from Etsa, which is Port Augusta.
Port Augusta, yes.
And
I think.
Is it or Whyalla?
I would have no idea.
Yvonne Kelly from Allawah. I'm teasing Nico now. You've got Sol from Arthurton and Marty Maloney and Corey Waldash from Middleton. So a really good representation across our bowls community here.
Exactly. It's good to see them come from far and wide to play in a competition. The best of the best, I think you would say.
Yeah, well, look, at the end of the day, as we said before, people are passionate about the game, and I think they've really enjoyed this tournament, this format. That's absolutely brilliant from Matt Short.
That was.
Interesting enough, they've actually got the catcher on that, would say that hand there, so young Corey's going to have to be very precise with this one.
He's not liking it by the look of his face.
Tell you what, you'd have to think the coach would get stuck into it very shortly.
Well, you would. He seems to have dropped off in these past few ends, has Corey.
Well, we're 7 ends in, so he's only played a couple of good ones, Nico.
Yes, I would.
Get in the back of that, that.
I can sense that, TJ.
Hey, Corey, reckon you're bowling average?
Personally, TJ, I think I could do a bit better. Corey's just heard that and now he's starting to chuckle.
Corey, may have suggested I know he's in the back of the ute. As Corey Waldo said, it's a long way home, TJ.
Yes.
It is a long way home, isn't it, Nico?
It is. I better start to take it a bit easier on him, I think.
Yeah. Well, I reckon let's get close, 1, maybe 2, 1 on a measure. And then later, maybe that's why Corey was dropped on his birthday. Yeah, I wouldn't go as far to say the reason for that. I think it was just pure team rotation and giving people in to have a look at them, getting ready for the sharp end of the tournament. Well, he's got something to hit into here.
He's bumped into his own.
And I'll tell you what.
He has done that quite well, cut him back to 1.
Yeah, if you're gonna drop, you might as well drop a 1. So we're joined here with Sam Dietrich. Sam, how are you finding it today?
Yeah, good, better today. Not as cold, not as windy. Yeah, just another good day out in grounds.
So I noticed that you're another one that did your uniform selection, thinking it was going to be warm.
Yeah, stupid mistake. I'm used to playing bowls in summer. Yeah, won't do that again.
So, mate, look, tough competitors, the Northern Knights. Any strategy for the back end of the game?
Bowls in the head will win you the game in triples. Yep, cutthroat.
Yep. So, mate, look, Nico reckons that Corey Waldash is actually probably not in his A game today, mate. Look, you got to fire him up and inspire him.
He'll come good. I've got faith in Corey.
Yeah. I was saying your Marty Maloney leading off there in the first few ends, mate. I think his furthest bowl away was more than a couple of feet.
Yeah, he started off real good. He's dying a bit now, but he's gonna get back on it. I've got a feeling. We need to get some more. We've lost the last 3 or 4 ends, I reckon.
Yeah, only by a matter of inches.
Yeah.
I won't say you're unlucky on that end because they're knocking in. I'm not going to sit there and clap that. But look, at the end of the day, as I said, if you're going to drop an end, you drop by 1. Mate, look, best of luck for the rest of the game.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
Thanks for popping by.
Cheers, mate.
So, Sam Dietrich, the skipper of the Triples, here for the Western Rogues. So thank you for him for giving us a couple of minutes of his time. But unfortunately, he goes back to the head 1 down, and with Carolynch's bowl closing in on target again, I don't know if he will see him for the rest of the game now.
Yeah, no, I very much doubt that.
A bit of work for Marty to do here. All right, so Darren Warner's score in capital says, yes, I understood, I got that wrong before, is 12-4 after 11 ends, and I would suggest he's probably holding shot 1 on this end. I don't know if my microphone's off, Goody, but thanks for that. Trying to balance it out from Nico yelling and his.
I have been told I've got a very loud voice. I probably don't even need the microphone.
Yeah, the viewers at home. Yeah, they could probably hear you, I reckon.
Yes, no, definitely.
Yeah, so Western Rogues holding 1 at the head. So the overall board here, 23 all, so all locked up and set on the back of Darren Warner's single score.
Now, over there in the singles, we've got the repeat of the Country Champs final. Am I correct in saying that?
Mate, you can tell me whatever you want, I'll believe you.
I think that's what Corey told me on the way down,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Oh, so you did pause and let someone else have something to say.
It's very unlike me to do that, TJ, but yes, I did.
So, yeah, look, well, I'll tell you now that the only time I've actually seen him draw is when whoever's got the map, but he's done extremely well there. So, Darren Warner, of course.
This one's looking alright. If it just needed to go a little bit further.
Yeah, well, you know, as Sam alluded to before, they've got the last 2 or 3 ends. If you're looking to get 1 end back, try and claw some momentum back his way. They did get out to that cracking start. I think it was, what was it, 6 or 8-0 there at the very beginning. So he's looking to get some momentum back his way.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you've often heard stories where people say they were, 15 or 18 1 down on a Saturday, and they've gotten back to win 22 or 23.
Exactly.
But Sam Dietrich, of course, that last bowl having none of those stories today. He's to park another one in there. So Luke looking to put that and hit some. He's just swept across the outside. So, what do you say? A free kick here to Sam.
Which I think he'd be pretty happy with, as he alluded to earlier that they haven't scored for 2 or 3 ends.
Yeah, well, he's actually made up for it on this end, I can tell you now. That's sometimes can be the hardest ball. I reckon that's a 3 to the Western Rogues. Yeah, Matt Short kicking out the 2 and indicating 3.
3.
That's
Sam.
a hell of a way to break the streak. So look, as I said,
Oh, the Northern Knights have gone for the power play by the look of this.
Power play to the Northern Knights. So interestingly, not too sure where the coach has gone. He's behind. Someone's going to go up there and put that on the board. But we thought we'd announce it over here for legal reasons, so we'd review the tape.
Exactly.
So Nico, what's happening over there in the pairs, mate?
The pairs. We are. Can you see that, TJ?
9-4 in favour of the Western Rogues. And we've got Darren Warner, of course. No relation to David Warner, probably.
No, exactly.
13-4. But Sol's already got one holding one, and actually looks to have drawn in a second, flopping in. So Josh Studham and Corey Waldash congratulating him on that.
If Darren was to pull out some sandpaper, you'd probably think he was related to David Warner.
Depends on what grit.
Exactly, TJ.
Fair bowl. The Northern Knights holding one. Yeah, so in the singles, a 3 to Sol. That brings that score back 13-7 against him. But as I said, the overall board probably hinging on the singles at the moment. If he can claw that back, it could be a really close game.
Yes, most definitely.
So you'd want to be commentating this one as a rest and toucher, mate, because it's a long way home.
It is, no. Corey's done very well with that one. He must have an earpiece in his ear and can hear me, I think.
You better hope he does. Well, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Karen, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. I was saying earlier on that Marty Maloney started off pretty much close to it, but you've really come back and he's sort of fallen away.
What do you think?
Well, we think. We're watching it. Nico reckons that Corey Waldash is bowling average at the moment. Because we won't ask you what your thoughts are on that.
Oh, I think that's a bit harsh, really. It is a little bit of a tricky green on that side. You've just got to make sure there's a very narrow margin there, and you've just got to make sure you're on the right green.
I was just about to ask how you're finding it out there today.
Well, I think I was a bit scratchy at the start, but I'm just getting the hang of it now, I think.
So Karen, they got off to a leap on you. You've come back, and I was talking with Sam Dietrich, said, look, you need to get some momentum back, but you guys have come back really well.
Yeah, I think we're melding quite well now as a rink. Yeah, I think we are coming back quite nicely.
Good. So for people out watching out there, look, you said about the green and the conditions, a little bit warmer than last week.
I wasn't here last week, so I can't actually comment on that one, but I reckon it probably would be.
So you guys, you said you've melded in pretty well. You're looking good. Finals prediction?
Finals prediction? Oh, definitely. We'll be in there, definitely.
Lovely. But we better let you go back.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming over. It's good of the players to come over and every now and then.
Well, it is. Some players may find it difficult to break away from that concentration, come over and talk. It's also difficult, some of the questions you're asking, someone, and even if it is from a joking point of view, that, I don't think too many people take themselves that seriously. It is a serious tournament, but you've also got to have some fun as well.
Well, definitely. If you're not having fun, what's the point in doing it? If that makes sense.
Nico, do they have your music playlist playing in the background? Yes, they do.
Who was that commented on that?
Hayley Jerome.
Oh, Hayley, look, thank you for tuning in. I think they must. I think I put in a few requests.
And of course, Travis Mole, Jeff Munn playing in the other game. Yeah, he's over there somewhere. All I can hear is Craig Mills. I'll see what we can do here. Yeah, look, the score's pretty close after 14 ends for Travis. But I know that Jeff won the last end because he just had the mat. I reckon he's 9-11 down at the moment. That's Jeff Munn playing Adrian Green.
Yes, it's quite hard to see the other game, the scores of the other game, as we're a little bit far away.
It's not the scores that worry me so much as knowing who's on what side of the board.
Well, exactly.
And the one board I can actually reference from, Roy Palmer, the coach of the Central Chargers, standing right in front of. So
well, they got a 2, which makes it a 4. Well, the sound
that's
of
the value of the power play. Which that should tie it up 11-all.
And I reckon the Rogues are about to go for their power play. By
Their
the
chances going away from the clubhouse.
sounds of this. Yes, they are.
Yep. Yep, Western Rogues have put their power play into action. So Sam about to update that board, and I think you're going to read 11-all. I'm lost.
That makes 2 of us.
12-14 after 9.
Exactly.
Sometimes I think Sam makes this up as he goes along. A bit of a battle of the leads being going on here today, Nico.
There is. It is. It's amazing how the momentum changes throughout the game. It has its ebbs and flows.
Yeah, well, as you said, they jumped out to a lead, but 2 or 3 ends swayed in favour of the Knights, and look now, they're right in it.
They are. They've. It's sort of like they've come from nowhere. As the start, being 8-0 down.
Yeah, like I said, early days, early dropping numbers isn't as bad. You can just whittle away, and they've done that. They've done that really well to keep being around the area, bowls on the head, giving Luke something to work with. Each time he gets on the mat, it's probably going to go in your favour more times than against you.
Definitely, it's amazing. You got to build the head for the other players so that then they can come in and play their shots.
I tell you though, we all jokes aside, and no reference to Corey Waldash, but Matt Short has come back. 3 or 4 ends into the game. Now he started to fire up for the last 5 or 6 ends and been right around the mark.
Yes, no, definitely.
Fair response. He wants it sprayed. So Luke taking care of business. But the reality is you wouldn't want to be hitting that, Nico. That kitty back is well and truly in favour of the Knights.
Well, exactly. So you'd want to be a little bit careful with how you played this.
Oh, Sam Dietrich was saying, you come through that head, you come through hit with weight. So he wants weight. Yep. Yeah, he's calling weight through the head. Swinging weight. it's
We just won't talk about that bowl.
well, we won't for a couple of reasons. A, it lost early, and it went out of bounds. So still now Sam gets up there. They've got the backwood, the holding shot, resting toucher, and they've got everything down the line. So he pops that. Luke pops that 6 inches, maybe even back to Matt Short's other bowl, and he's probably holding a 4.
Exactly. And that'll change the game altogether after that. And
Yep.
this being the Western Roads power play,
Well, we're halfway through the game, and the Northern Knights have done a great job to fight their way back in and really neutralise the scoreboard.
oh,
So,
they
well
definitely have.
done. Very intelligent bowl from Luke. He knows exactly what's going to be happening back there in 1 or 2 bowls time. Just for the update, Sol for the Western Roads taking another end, 13-12 on 15, so that's a good fight back there.
Oh, he's definitely done well to come back. It took him a little while to fire up, which does happen sometimes, doesn't it, TJ?
It does.
Couple of cracking matches here to start out on a Sunday morning. Nothing in either game here. Remember, your support will be critical. Get your team over the
So
line.
Matt Northcott from Bowls SA giving the update to the crowd here, which is building up really healthy numbers at the moment.
It is. The crowd's really good to see.
Round 5, every victory is critical. So remember, make plenty of noise for your team.
I'll tell you what, they're having a fair discussion about it.
They are.
So I might want to remind them it's a time game. Maybe they're waiting for an Uber meal.
It'd be interesting to be inside of their head to know what they're thinking.
I'd rather not be. No. Away you go, Nico. I'd rather not know. I think that's got there's more wrong with that than anything.
Oh,
And there it is, and it's dealer's luck. So it's, look, 1 down to Sam Dietrich, but he was in a bit of pain before that
well,
shot.
Corey's not sure here.
Oh yes.
Yes, 1. So now that makes that 14-14. We've got the scores level
Yep.
after 10 ends.
As I said, it's been a good tussle. And you know what? We haven't had any blow-away games in the televised games. Have been really tight, well played, well contested.
They have, haven't they? They've really been good. I think the quality of bowls really stands out. We've got a pretty close head over there in the singles from what I can see.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I'd hate to think who's. Well, you'll know by the speed at which that bowl comes through. Meanwhile, here, Karen Lynch off to a great start.
And Marty's just going to go around.
Yeah, well, it's actually. He's made a really good bowl. Awesome from Karen Lynch. So, chiseled it in. So, Nico, you're consummate lead. You've been doing it for a while.
Yes.
Mate, you're on the mat. Opposition have got what you call a back rester, so the kitty's there exposed. Mate, what are you aiming to do?
I'm would be just aiming to get my bowls in the head, to give my team members something to work with.
Yep.
Personally, if you were leading, what would you be trying to do?
Yeah, exactly right. Just trying to put them in the area for a lead, particularly if you're in a game of fours or triples as this. You're not gonna be getting the shot.
No.
You want to put them in that area and let your skipper or the two be able to work the bowl. You don't necessarily going to finish near it, but yeah, you're dead right. Bowls in the area are definitely more of a help than they are a hindrance. That's and a lot of leads I think go to try and take the kitty off.
Yep.
Hence finishing 6-8 feet through, maybe out of bounds, maybe in the ditch. Bowls in the area. You know, that
Exactly.
beach ball sort of in that area, that zone, so to speak.
And probably not trying to be short would probably be another thing. If the opposition had one on, you'd probably try to get it behind.
Well, it'll be your first aim, and you can see right there now, bit of a mixed bag. Is probably really there's not too many. I know there's 3 bowls that are short of the kitty, but are they really short? They're still useful. They're in the area.
Well, exactly.
Oh, he's got that nicely. Very nice, considering he's got now.
Well,
got a shot.
That's his best bowl for the day there by Corey Waldash so far. A little grin.
He's the back of the ute. He's in the back of the ute. Oh, you got the ticket.
Yep.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I mean I'm there. I think TJ. I may as well keep going.
You got yourself in the back there. Well, I actually didn't even help you on that one.
No, look.
It's it was a cracking bowl.
It was.
Out of bounds, but his first bowl was covering the tee.
He had to be there to disturb it, and he had the weight to do it.
Sorry, I'll just take the attention away. The petting zoo set up, and for some strange reason, Ben Harris has found his way over to the petting zoo. Now, what is Ben Harris doing in the petting zoo? Seriously, unbelievable. Talk about him. They've got the concentration span of a pea.
Can you see what kind of animals we've got over there,
You got
TJ?
Ben Harris over there. That's enough for me. Back to the game. Ooh,
That probably wasn't what he was after. He's taken out.
He's still only one down. So the reality is, he's got arms, cleared it out. But give Sam. Just hang on a sec. What the hell is Ben Harris doing? Yeah, someone just said, I asked what was Ben Harris doing at the petting zoo. He said there's sheep, there's ducks, there's chickens. He had to walk away, he's starting to get hungry. There we go, I'm in trouble for that one.
I think we've got a Barbie here that we can chuck a couple of them on.
Nico, you're going too far now. Rein it back in, son, rein it back in.
We won't repeat that one just there.
No, we don't want to know the names of the sheep. No, so Sam's not happy with that bowl, but holding one, he'd be looking at. Yes. Oh, tell you what.
He hasn't gone too bad here.
Oh, I don't know.
Might have.
He might have snuck in. Yeah, he has.
Two.
Snuck in two. But it's that. Look, I'm taking them only because they're there. So, yeah. So calling for a longer end. Change things up a bit. So Nico,
Yes.
I caught you sleeping, didn't I? Hey Nico, of course, having a little sleep there. You know, the middle of the game sleep.
No, look, I was just having a look at the singles over there, and Darren just got a 2.
Yeah, it took overall board is 34 apiece. Well, they change it to, I reckon that's 37 to 36. So the Northern Knights won in front after 35 ends overall. The singles is 15-11 in favour of Darren.
Yes.
And the pairs game, the Northern Knights are 8-9. So they've clawed back, done a great job. That game has been tight most of the game.
And the triples is 16-14 in
Favour
favour
of
of
the
the Rogues.
Absolutely. Kick ball.
Marty's bowled this one down, and it's going. He's got I reckon this one's going to be an improvement on his first.
Well,
Yes.
it's actually going to improve his first, so either way it does the job. So
Well,
yet
exactly.
again, the battle of the leads really going well here.
It's sort of a battle of the leads, really, today.
Thank you for that, Nico. Well done. I just said that. It's like there's an echo in here.
I was just backing you up there, TJ.
Well, Nico, you've done well, mate. You've done well. Of course,
Well,
when you
look at
become
that
mayor-
there for a response.
Well, as we're saying that Marty started, and by the way, they were two great bowls for Marty, but Karen's definitely come back and said you're not having it your own way.
Corey's put down a very good response to that one.
Second wood.
He has. And it's a close second wood as well, so he'd be pretty happy with that, I think.
Well, I don't see any tissues, so I reckon he's pretty happy with that, mate. Yeah. Yep. So Sam Deitch is calling for him to, mate. Happy for you to lose your bowl.
Yep.
So
Make sure you're there and get up and attack it.
Yeah, you choose your weight. Yeah.
Restart.
Matt Short, of course, hasn't been too far away from the head at any one time. In the
No,
game,
definitely
so-
not.
Oh, that's actually gone out. That ball actually looked to go out again, so he's actually improved on the weight, it's the same line, but that bowl is hanging out there.
And we better give the sponsors another plug here, TJ, I think. The City of Salisbury,
West End
West End
Sports Centre.
Sports Centre.
I could lie to you here and just say a whole heap of different names now, couldn't I?
Oh, look, you definitely could. But without the sponsors, we wouldn't have this league. So thank you very much
we
for the sponsors that have come on board.
We wouldn't have you in trouble with the sponsors, though, would we?
I'm trying to get myself out of a bit of...
You're on probation, one of the sponsors.
Yes, no. The last time I was here, I did a mistake and just trying to get myself out of it at the moment.
Matt Pickwood, yes. Are the animals there yet? Yes, they are. So, yes, Lamb Chop and friends are here. There's even a llama there. I don't know. It's like a
I may have to go over there and visit that once I finish doing this, I think.
Cool. Go over and interview the llama.
I wonder what he thinks of the bowls.
So what's happening up here, the whole reason for us to be here, Northern Knights still holding one in the head, second wood to Corey Waldack. Sam, we were looking just to change that up around.
I think he's liking it. No.
Of course, that's Luke Pittersma's first bowl. Luke just gave him a rhyme. Close, but not close enough. Luke, of course, trying to weave a little magic into the head here. Tell you what, he's got the weight.
He has
That's
two,
brilliant bowl. Pick up two.
which makes it
16 all.
16 all on 13. After 13 ends.
Still a lot of game left in this.
There is definitely. The winds is starting to pick up a little bit as well, as I can feel it around my ears.
I tell you that we look across the boards here at the moment that we've got 37-36 to the Northern Knights. A couple of updates needed on there, but the Chargers look to have jumped ahead 39-31 over the Blazers on the other game. Yet again, Marty Maloney. Nice little spot there. Sam Beach is pretty happy with that. A couple of feet behind, it's all good.
Exactly. You'd rather it that far behind instead of that far in front, as to it could block the other players' hands.
Well, part of the thing is, Nico, if you look on a surface like this, is around that 15 seconds, is there, and great answer from Karen taking shot, is that if you're drawing in and you hit that, at the weight to get from that 2 feet from the bowl to the kitty, your bowl's not going to turn a bowl on that speed green, it's just going to flop back. So you start adding to those short bowls or start building that wall.
Exactly. Marty's put down another good second bowl there as well.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Still down.
Probably favour Karen's bowl there for shot.
Yep.
So Matt Short, as I said on a couple of occasions, yet again, not too far away.
No, definitely not.
Corey's definitely looking to do something here.
Oh, you
May or may not have done enough there, I don't know. Like I said, we've got really bad angle on it from here.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
Luke favouring his. Well, we'll trust in what he says. He's a lot closer to it than us in the game.
Yes, no, I was just sort of signal the same, but Luke reckons that they've got it.
Well, if the law of averages has anything to do with Matt Short's definitely going to take care of it. As yet again he has, proving that statistically, he's always closer.
Exactly.
Well, Corey's not going to be far away either, I might add. Ooh. I reckon that's probably good enough for second wood.
Yep, I reckon it would be. Sam's happy with it.
Well, give Sam some options now. I'll tell you what, Nico, you could lazy head count here, and you probably have a good couple of hundred people standing behind that green up there at the moment.
Oh, you definitely would, and with it being so cold, it's good to see so many people out here. A couple of them are rugged up, and there's a few of them that have got shorts on.
Good luck to them.
That is a very good bowl.
That is absolutely, that's taking that option now. Had the option to drag back to Marty Maloney's bowl, so he's going to have to go through another bowl now, and it's physically impossible. So just to round out, the singles now completed with Darren Warner winning 17-12 over Seoul. So 5 shots valuable.
Exactly, but Seoul made a very good comeback though.
Well, another little comeback that's happening at the moment is the pairs. Northern Knights 13-9 over Ash Close, Josh Studham. So they've really come back well now. In front.
They definitely have.
Yeah, so Yvonne Kelly and Kane Cools. So commentated Kane's game last week and spoke about the deliberate action, but adding in the value of the shots.
Oh yes, yep.
Kane Cools, of course, is a consummate professional and always looking to at the big game, I guess, which is not just it goes one beyond the big board, and they call the big board. There's one beyond that, which is the ladder shots up difference over a season too. Well, Corey's interested in this one. Just not going to swipe. You know what? Half a yard difference, and that was clean. So three to the Northern Knights. Valuable shots, especially coming into the tail end of this game.
Well, most definitely.
Yep. So 19-16 Northern Knights on 14. Yep, singles have definitely gone down, I'm afraid. Hey, thanks to Litton. Well, there we go again. Another great start from Karen.
And Marty's just going to pull up a little bit short, but I'm sure he'll correct with the next one.
A little bit shorter, he probably needs it to be honest with you, at this end of the game. You want to start putting a little bit more fire back into the game, I guess.
Most definitely.
Skipper gets on that, Matt. If I'm right, the singles on the other game over there has finished, and that was 10-22 to falling, by the looks of it, Adrian Green's way. Great moves to get out of the way, and it's 10 in favour of the Chargers in the triples.
Marty has done a beautiful correction with his second bowl.
So he's definitely listening to you there, Nico. That's a great response from Matt Short.
Most definitely.
Well, yes, he's calling Corey to actually come through and make a change in there. Sam's experienced enough to know what's going to happen with that head if he leaves it there for too long. Probably a yard shy. Yep, and that's the exact reason. That's set up for that through there. Damage catcher at the back. Karen Lynch is sitting at the back there. What What do you reckon, Nico? He's looking all right?
I reckon he's looking very close. Oh,
You wouldn't have. Sol, how are you, the great man? What a game over there, mate. We're watching these bowls go whizzing past the commentary.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing on my behalf, but no, it was all right. Just one of those things. Yeah, does bowled well.
Well, look, at the end of the day, though, I mean, you guys have met on previous occasions.
Yeah, so that was a replay from Country Carnival. I've bowled with Daz in the development squad a bit. So no, he's a cracking lad, and he put me under pressure early.
Yeah, I can tell you what I was actually said to Nico, that nothing to do with the delivery or anything. He's got an absolute monster drive on him, and it was still bouncing as it went to the head.
Yeah, I think I counted maybe 2 or 3 bounces before it got there, and he does some damage with them, that's for sure. I think there's a broken paver down there still.
Yeah, I was actually saying that if you're playing on the rink either side of him, you definitely want to be paying attention.
Yeah, no, well, these bombs saved him a couple of times actually, so yeah, I held a couple of them. I did. I held a couple and he cleaned me out, so he bowled well.
now Sol, I've heard that you're now a part-time farmer, full-time bowler. Is that correct?
Yeah, so Joshy's at Port Wakefield obviously, and he's texted me a couple of times, and yes, I've disappeared up to Wallaroo twice this week to have a roll with Joshy. We're one apiece, by the way.
Yes, yep, I did actually hear that.
So, but mate, you've got another game today. Still in the singles.
We have another game. The team does. I don't.
You're out. You're done.
What happens?
That's what happens when you don't. When you reckon you underperform, you're out.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So, no, this. I don't know what's overall. We're down.
Yeah, it's actually, I think.
An 8 before, I think.
Yeah, well, the pairs are. Yeah, it's Kane Cools, of course. Well, he's really. It was 9-8.
Yeah, right. We need this game, but at the moment there's still a few ends to go, so you never know. I think the boys have still got a power play.
I'm fairly certain you got a power play on the triples. Not too sure about the pairs, of course, but as I said, that Rogues were 9-8 not more than a couple of ends ago. Now it's 21-9.
Yeah, it's getting tough, isn't it?
I was talking to Dasher earlier, and he said, "Look, really must wins all the way here for the rest of it. So look, need a few things to go your way right now. It's probably 3 ends left in the triples and 4 ends left in the pairs."
Yes, it's getting a little bit desperate, isn't it? But you never know. You never know in this game.
Well, the overall board shot out 57-37, so nothing's going your way at the moment. But look, mate, thanks very much for joining us. I know we seem to grab you each time you walk past, but I think in the next game we might have to get someone else, or you can fill in for me.
No, I might go have a little cup of tea, I reckon.
Mate, you've earned it. Yeah, well done, mate.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, Sol.
Cheers.
Thanks, Sol.
Thanks, Nico.
Yet again, battle of the leads. Marty Maloney dropping one right next to that Jack. Well, it's interesting just quickly over there in that pairs, mate. You know, it's gone out 22-9 now.
Well, like Sol said, they must have gotten an 8 or something. That
Value of the power play. I can tell you the Western Rogues using their power play in the pairs over there at the moment. So looking to claw back in the 15th end. Of course, we're on the 15th end here. Small die-hard number of people getting up on this fine Sunday morning to watch and listen in.
which we definitely do appreciate.
We do appreciate everyone jumping there and jumping on and watching from the comfort of their home. Of course, it's better live. You've got the atmosphere, you've got the barbecue, the animals, and the Come and Try bowls. Actually, Ben Harris again, nowhere near where he needs to be. He's over on the Come and Try bowls. We've got to get the stare from him now. His spidey senses have worked out that I'm talking about him. I've never known a guy to be nowhere near his team. Of course, his team's not playing at the moment, so we'll give him half a margin.
Well, exactly. I think they're up in the next one, if I'm correct.
But you'll find you are. That was the one time, Nico.
Thank you for that, TJ.
Corey just looking to add to the count down there at the moment.
He's chasing it.
I think it's going to fall a little bit short of where it needs to be, okay? The furthest Matt Short's been away from that Jack in a well, I can remember a great number of ends.
Well, exactly. He's had a very good game, hasn't he?
He has. You know, probably pivotal in that. Obviously supporting Karen, who's been leading really well.
She
Matt's
has, definitely.
been dropping them in there around the area and giving Luke opportunities to add numbers, move things around.
Exactly, and making him not under pressure as much. Also,
might have dropped in for second wood. Not too sure. Matt's for first bowl back there, maybe holding second wood. Well, we'll soon know for what he calls. Yeah, get rid of that one. Yeah, worth 4. Under that one and through. Roll over if he can stay and add to the count.
exactly. And the more numbers they get, the better.
Well, he's not going to be staying there, I can tell you now. Not at that pace. He'll be hitting it. Yeah, well done. Yeah.
That's a very good bowl there by Sam.
Well, they did say one of the difficulties very early on here on a green or a carpet like this is that it's either draw or drive. There's sometimes difficult to play that middle ground shot.
Luke's not far away here. He's drawn the shot.
Luke Pittersma says, "You're not doing that in my house."
Exactly.
But of course, intimating that about time, but I don't think so. I think they've been bowling fairly well. So 20-17 on 16. They're going up and back.
Up and back. It'd probably be fitting for him to have a draw because it's been pretty close the whole way through.
We're in this game.
Yes.
Well, it started off, obviously, the Western Rogues jumping them at the start, but, you know, yet again, testament of what we spoke with Mark Casey last week about people when they're out in big leagues, what you do, where your focus is, coming back, and, of course, that's been demonstrated today with the guys here for the Northern Knights and just kept chipping away.
Exactly.
Taking their opportunities when it was presented to them, and now they find themselves in front 20-17. So yet again, great start from both leagues there. All right. Nico, you gone quiet on me, mate. What's going on? Getting worried? You getting worried, mate?
I am. I'm just thinking about the car trip home, you know, being in the boot.
Being in the boot, I thought it was a ute. You plenty of air there.
Marty's come down with a second bowl, which is
Probably
pretty...
holding 2 there.
Yes. Yep.
He ain't holding two, he's not too far away.
But Matthew's never been far away today.
And yet again demonstrating that no, he's not too far away, he's in that area.
Around the mark.
Well, like I said, gives Luke options.
I think Corey will be trying to shift that kitty over towards Marty's bowls if he can.
Not with that one, he won't be. But
No.
back there now, yet again, now gives Sam option.
15-minute warning, players. 15 minutes left for this game. Thank you.
15 minutes. Well, I can probably suggest to you now that we're going to finish the triples, but I would say that the pairs may fall short one end. We'll see if they speed this up or not. I don't know if he'd be terribly happy with that last one.
No, I don't think he would be. Knowing Corey, he's got pretty high standards, and I don't think that would be up to it.
Yeah, well, you'll probably find that most bowlers, even the ones that aren't out here, wouldn't be too happy with that one. And you know, the interesting thing is, you know, you're down on the board. You're playing in the triples in that two slot. You really want to be making a difference in there. And
Well,
I'm
exactly.
not talking about Corey as much as anyone else. I think that's you want to change out. You want to give your skipper something different to look at.
Yep.
Tell you what, that's a fair home.
That is. Most definitely.
The worst thing that you can possibly do as a skip here is to be short.
And I think
Unfortunately,
Sam's done it.
yes, he's wanting to be up there and into it. As I said earlier, it's you know, if you maybe draw or drive is the option here. The last thing that Sam want to do is take out Marty Maloney's bowl. So I can tell you what.
He's going to have to do something here, though, I think.
Yeah. He's already on the mat. So he's still getting instructions from Corey, but Sam's already committed. He knows what he needs to do.
He's not
Not
far
a mile-
away
not a mile
either.
away here, I'll tell you.
Oh,
no.
no.
Yep, just the one. So, no, well, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Well, exactly. So that now makes it 21-17 going into the last end.
Northern Knights putting up their power play. So four shots overall in this game. Yeah, Luke, of course, TJ, wake up, I've got my power play. Got that one. Well, you know, kiss of death, barring some form of meltdown. The Northern Knights have done extremely well to claw back here across the board, excluding the singles, which was always a well fought out encounter. But, you know, as I said, 9-8, not more than 2 or 3 ends ago in the pairs.
Well, exactly. And now it's sort of, I don't like to say this, but sort of blown out a little bit, you could say.
You could definitely say 22-11, mate, that's a blowout.
Yep.
It's something that, you know, you blink, you turn at the board and go, how'd that happen?
Well, exactly.
If you have a look at the head over there in that pairs, and there's nothing terribly wrong with it. The overall board's telling me 60-40 in favour of the Northern Knights.
Oh, very good bowl there.
Yep. It's, Karen Lynch saying, well, I'll have nothing of that. There you go. Last end. Let the selectors drop me now. Marty Maloney, consummate second. That's well done. Good way to finish.
That's a very, very good close second, that is.
Yep. Yeah, very good.
And his one behind there won't go astray either.
Matt's done very well here. That breaks in late. Just needs to fall, and we'll give Corey something to work with though, that last bowl of Matt's. So Corey's bowl's probably been holding out there on the occasion.
Yeah, I have noticed that. They don't usually do that.
Oh, look, this surface on this actual rink, I think, does hold on that hand. And
Yep.
when Karen was here talking to us, she said, you know, there's a line that you've got to be right on it to get the bowl to do what you need it to do. There's Ashley Close leading with his first bowl, trying to drive the jack.
Letting out a bit of frustration, I
I'd
think.
probably suggest that's what's happening, mate. You probably don't blame him.
Corey's not too bad with his second one.
Oh, it's in the area. So, as I said, on the screen you can see the score, 21-17 last end. The team have a power play. Well, Sharon, yeah, well, they're using it at the moment. It's actually interesting because the glasses that I wear here, Nico,
Yes.
I actually can't see that screen because these are polar.
Oh,
so
right.
The screens. It's actually fun enough when I'm in airports. I walked through, first time I wore them was in the Sydney airport.
Yeah.
I wonder why all these TVs are turned off.
Oh, no.
I had my sunnies on, I got off the plane still. All these TVs are off. I was actually telling someone on the telephone that I've managed to land in Sydney with not one of their televisions working.
That would have been a very funny moment.
Well, it was. Until I took off my glasses to look at my phone and noticed that they're all on. Well, Matt Short has definitely been playing well. Been a very hard fought game.
And I think the score does show that.
Does. Well, that's that bowl of Matt Shorts I said was probably didn't pick it to be worked from that hand out of the head, but leaves them one in amongst three there at the moment.
So whether Sam with his last bowl will try to get rid of the opposition's bowl to try to get the numbers.
Well, it's not going to do it now, I can tell you. Absolutely cracking bowl.
That is a fan, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have to get Marty Malone to actually split them out. Split 1 through 45. Has to hit it. Has to be a bit of bowler's luck in there, Nico.
Exactly.
Hold out there. 2 to the Northern Knights. 2, so that should finish it. 23-17 at the end of that.
No, 25-17.
With the power play, you're dead right. So there you go. And I reckon that should find the Northern Knights getting over the top of the Western Roads in this one. As I said, there's still a couple of ends in the pairs to go. They're on end 17, but 24-11 is the score after 16. Fairly tight head up there at the moment. I think you'll find that they're actually holding a couple over there, and in that I'm not too sure who bowls who's over there, but We'll just wait for this ball to come down. Yeah. Well, Nico, what a hard. We need to go to a short pause here to give everyone a moment of breath. So,
Yes.
Nico, thanks for joining us today in the hot soak.
Thank you for having me back. It's been a pleasure.
It has been, mate. As you've seen, 25-17 in favour of the Northern Knights. So hang around. We've got our 12 o'clock game, which will be featuring a couple of unlikely lads. It'll be the South Eastern Spartans, Eastern Raiders, and the Hyson Comets versus the Mallee Pirates. So stick around and stay tuned. Thank you.